Hi YouTube, my name is Mark. I live in upstate New York, and that's in America. It's about 6 hours from New York City, and this is my first video on YouTube. Please be patient with me. I'm not a natural public speaker. I feel as though I'm better suited towards writing, but I really love YouTube, and I think more people tend to watch videos than they do read blog posts. So there's that. Hopefully I'll get better with practice. In this video, I'd like to talk about why I'm vegan, how I became vegan, and another big change that happened after going vegan. So I was a vegetarian from about the summer of 2011 all the way up to December 25th, 2015, this past Christmas. On Christmas Day, I chose to go vegan, and I'm never looking back. I went vegetarian for health reasons. I didn't really understand the ethics of veganism. I knew that veganism was, I knew what it was. You know, it was the complete abstention of, dairy, eggs, and meat, and honey, as well as not consuming other animal byproducts like wool, silk, leather, etc. It always seemed kind of extreme to me, and impossible even. And there's no such thing as a perfect vegan. We're all somewhat flawed. But the thing is with vegans is we try to minimize the amount of harm that we can. Because so much harm that humans cause is unnecessary. We don't need to eat meat. We don't need cheese or milk or eggs or honey. We can function just fine without it. In fact, I believe our bodies thrive on plants. I believe we're natural herbivores, and somehow we have adapted to digest meat and other animal byproducts, but we have to process them to a very fine level in order for our bodies to not get sick. That's why we have to, we mostly cook our meat, whereas like wolves and lions can eat flesh completely raw. So anyway, I went vegan after watching a video by Gary Yourofsky. And if you go to my Twitter account, I have a pinned tweet linking to his video and his channel. My Twitter is VeganNinja315. It's the area code for Syracuse. And I'll have a link to my Twitter in the description box. So feel free to follow me if you want. And anyway, I saw his video and it changed my life. I was in tears after it. I felt sick to my stomach that I was contributing and supporting all of this torture and murder of these beautiful sentient beings, the non-human animals. We're animals too, and it was horrible. It shook me to the ground, and it really woke me up. And I'm glad it did. The thing is, like, when you truly make the connection, you don't want to go back to your old ways. And because I had already been vegetarian, I was eating mostly vegan anyway. I wasn't actually eating too much dairy and eggs because they're just that much more expensive. Like, it's actually, I was eating a fairly mostly vegan diet prior to actually making the commitment, simply because it was cheaper. Like, egg replacer is a lot cheaper than buying eggs. And cheese, I never really ate too much of it, except like when I go to restaurants and stuff, and dairy. So I was mostly vegan, but I hadn't really made that, commitment yet until that video. And after, Christmas Day, that was it. I was done. Like, the night before, I ate like a few slices of cheese pizza, and that's like the last non-vegan food I've consumed. And I feel so much better. I feel healthy. It's really easy to, maintain my weight. And I mean, I'm thin, but I'm not like really skinny. And I'm happy with the body size I have right now. And I have a lot of energy. And I mostly eat like carbs, a lot of fruits, whole grains, some protein. And the one thing I need to work on more is eating more vegetables. So that's something I'm trying to work on more, eating more broccoli and kale and, more leafy green vegetables, spinach. But, yeah, so I did that. And a few days ago, I actually decided that I really could no longer believe in God. I don't judge Christians who are vegan. I have no problem with vegan Christians. But for me, I can't come to grips with the fact that an all-loving God can allow such torture and murder to take place of his most vulnerable creations. I mean, humans are one thing, but the animals, they've done nothing wrong. They're so innocent, and I don't like that word innocent because I don't think it's the right word, but the domesticated animals especially are just so docile. And they don't deserve any of this. I wouldn't wish their fate on my worst enemy. So I couldn't come to grips, and I can't come to grips with the fact that an all-loving God would allow these beautiful creatures to suffer so needlessly. So I also I now consider myself a vegan and an atheist. And I'm not going to be like a militant atheist because I feel like I respect other people's religions as long as they don't hurt people. I don't really have a problem with it. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm coming from. Yeah, thanks for watching this video. I know it was probably hard to watch, but I just wanted to, say hi to everybody. And also just, if you're looking for really cool people to follow on YouTube and, with podcasts and stuff, you should check out the Vegan Revolution podcast and his channel on YouTube, as well as Bite Size Vegan. The podcasts like Big Fat Vegan Radio, Our Hen House. I've been listening to The Sexy Vegan, and trying to think. And also educate. I'm really just enjoying all of the work that Gary Francione has been putting out, as well as Gary Yourofsky. And I know the two have kind of don't see eye to eye on certain things, but both of them are amazing activists and have wonderful material. So I guess all I have to say is, please, if you're not vegan, go vegan. It's simple, it's easy, and it's the morally right thing to do. Cheers.